This is Baxter Colburn, host of the Verse of the Day podcast and What's the Score, the Sports News Quiz. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media.
Hi friends, this is Jeffrey Childs, host of The Cheap Seats, right here on Public House Media. I want to thank you for listening to this following broadcast on Public House Media. And once you're done listening to this episode, I hope you'll come check out my show, The Cheap Seats, hosted with Max Wolpoff. We'll talk about the craziest stories in sports, our insight, fresh perspective that you can't get anywhere else. A new show comes out weekly, each Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Don't forget, subscribe on iTunes so that you never miss an episode of The Cheap Seats. You might be in the nosebleed section, but this is one of the best perspectives in the wide world of sports. Thank you again for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media.
What I've received in my development, I was also able to give. The confidence I gained from personal growth gave me my credibility and made me believe I could start developing others. And in that, I found my life's greatest joy and reward. That is a quote from John Maxwell. And John Maxwell is one of my favorite mentors. Yes, my mentors. I don't know him personally. He doesn't know my name. But I know him by name, and I listen to him. I read his works. I plug into his development. And I have found myself relating to and connecting with John Maxwell on many levels in many ways. And he has just helped me grow who I am today, and hopefully helping you grow to who you are today as well. And one of the best things about, plugging into personal development and connecting with something that fills your cup and fills your mind is that it's available to everyone. Not everyone will have the opportunity to meet these people in person, but everyone has the opportunity to learn from them. And, it wasn't one of the most satisfying things in the world to be who you want to be. And you get to see yourself grow. You get to reflect and look back on the things that have been a part of your life. But you also get to, really cultivate the attitude of yourself and how you can grow and be a part of who you want to be. And then also cultivate an attitude of growing other people. And when you can give back to other people, you also see and watch yourself grow. So we're going to talk about all that this morning. And I just realized I didn't introduce myself. My name is Kim Meyer, and welcome to Public House Media. I am so glad that you are here. I'm so glad that you have pushed play today, that you're listening in the car on the podcast, or that you've hit subscribe, like, love. Somebody has told you about Public House Media and Choose to Rise, and I hope that you come back again. Today we're going to be talking about the law of contribution and how we've been talking about the law of attraction and how we can attract the things into our life that we want to achieve, that all the skills and ability and resources are always around us 24/7 because God's put them inside of us and put them in our heart and our minds. We just have to open up our eyes and become aware of the things that we want and that we need, because they're already there for us. God will provide us everything that we need. But today we're going to be talking about the law of contribution. And I'm going to give you 7 tips to cultivate an attitude of growing others. And all of this comes from John Maxwell. And if you've ever written or ever listened to his book, The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth, it's a great book, and you should definitely go read that. These are 7 tips that he has developed that are going to help you grow yourself and also grow others. And they're pretty simple things. They're just kind of like putting things back into light of how we can make things happen in our lives. So number 1, be grateful. Right? Be grateful. An attitude of gratitude. Have I not talked about that before? Something we know and believe is that no one succeeds alone. It's our calling to pass along the development and influence others that were received in our lifetime. In paying it forward, we can multiply our efforts, and in trusting that those who will lead will also grow other people. So by giving of myself to somebody else, I'm paying it forward to them, and they pay it forward to somebody else, and they pay it forward to somebody else. It becomes a ripple effect of giving, a ripple effect of joy, a ripple effect of positivity. And when you can do that, we can change the world around us by one small action of ourselves, by giving of ourselves, of having a servant mindset, being grateful for what we have, right? The second thing is putting people first. I always talk about you need to love yourself first so you can love other people, and that is true. But when you put other people in your family, in your heart first, when you think of success in your life as success in other people's lives, you likely will remember the people with whom you shared those wins with, right? People are a huge part of our lives, and as leaders, whether it's leaders of a house, leaders of a classroom, leaders of a bank, leaders of life, leaders of whatever you're in, whatever role you're in life, you can lead other people no matter where you are. Our actions impact so many people around us. So by building our people up and putting them first, thinking about others' needs as you take actions, we show that they are valuable and worthy of great growth. It's just that simple. One of his quotes is, people continue on. When you give help others build them up enough that when you give to help, when you give to help others build them up enough that they are able to give to others, it's a cycle that can continue on long after you're dead and gone. That's called leaving a legacy, right? That's what John Maxwell does every day, and that's what I'm hoping to do as well. I want to help other people help other people. That's one of the missions of Choose to Rise, is I choose to rise up out of my current situation to help other women rise up out of their situation and live their best life, in hopes of helping them help other people choose to rise and help them live their best life. It's a ripple effect. When you put other people, you serve other people first, you are not only serving yourself and giving joy to your own heart, because oftentimes the giver is what gets the best gift. It's helping other people live well and grow themselves. Number 3 is, don't let the stuff own you. He says contributors take the stuff they own and use it as an asset to make this world a better place to live. And they do this regardless of how much or how little they have. He also says so many people pride themselves in what they own, the things in their hands, the things that they have, the clothes that they wear, the house that they live in, those kinds of things. And this doesn't bring joy or benefit anyone. Instead, we must let go of what we have and give it to others. Time, attention, money, resources, all of these can benefit others in great ways. And they can also benefit yourself. But if you are giving of yourself, you're living in a servant heart and servant mindset, that's one of the ways to get farther in life than go up the chain. It's better to go up the glory of God. Number 4, don't let people own you. It's hard to give yourself away when someone else owns you. I want to be able to value people with no strings attached, he says. It's a wonderful quote. And I love that he talks about that you want to value other people with no strings attached. Give without expectation. Although we consistently benefit from other people, we can't become indebted to them. Once we are owned by other people, that's when they start to take advantage of us. You have to serve in a way that is going to help you grow yourself, grow your own leadership skills, grow your own skills and ability, but also help them foster growth in them as well. We must aim to be on the giving side of every relationship, but also not being taken advantage of. There's a kind of a fine line there, and it's all about this type of heart that you have and that type of expectations that you have with it and where you protect your energy. The 5th one is defining success as sowing and not reaping. So it's not so much about what you get out of the situation. It's about what you've been able to give in the situation. If you live life with intention of making a difference in others' lives, you will be full, not empty. If you give with the intentions of just being satisfied with that they've been able to have it, that's where you have the best success. So often people sow with the expectation of a quick return, and they're disappointed when it's not the case. The seed that you plant will never be the same as the crop that you reap. Instead, we must sow and be prepared to wait for the harvest in due time. It takes time to grow something, and we live in the Midwest here. And if you're from Iowa, where I am, there's lots of planting. The little tiny seed that goes into the ground is not what you get out of the plant when it comes back in the fall. It takes time for that in order to grow and to nurture and to become what it's intended to be. So during that time, take a step back and recognize the immense impact that you're having on other people. That's a true reason for living, making impactful statements on people, making an impact in somebody else's life, in somebody else's world, helping them grow, helping them fulfill life. Number 6, focus on self-development, not self-fulfillment. He says, self-fulfillment means doing what I enjoy most and will receive the most strokes for doing, while self-development means that I do what I'm talented and uniquely fit to do, and that becomes my responsibility. So self-development is meaning that you're always improving, that you're always getting better, that it's your responsibility to do the things that God's put you here for. Self-fulfillment means that you're doing something to make yourself look good in other people's eyes. That's not the way to go, right? And yeah, it may feel good for a little while, but that's definitely not a legacy to leave. That's not something that it's more of a boastful type of life. Really work on being the best person that you can be, and self-development, and taking advantage of every opportunity to grow yourself and learn to be better. Number 7, and the last one I have for you from Dr. John Maxwell. When people stop actively learning and growing, the clock has started ticking down to a time they will no longer have left to give. So keep growing, to keep giving. In order to get better, to have more, to give more information, you have to keep growing. If you don't have new information coming in, you can't have new information going out. We will all hit plateaus in this world. We can't keep hitting new goals if we don't continue to grow ourselves. A lot of times we hit plateaus, we become complacent with where we are. We play to win rather than play to lose. And rising leaders learn to want those that are leading themselves well. Leaders begin with intentional growth. If you are looking for expanding your relationships, if you're looking to expand your business, if you're looking to expand your personal growth, whatever it is that you're wanting to do, you have to know that you have to invest in other people, that you also have to invest in yourself. But in order to invest in yourself, that is only going to be able to help you invest in others. So today I encourage you to write down how you can be intentional with your growth. How can you put one of these 7 tips in action? Which one of them are you going to take on today in order to contribute to your own life, but also contribute to others? I'd love to hear what you're doing. I'd love to know what it is that you're focusing on, how you're able to become a better leader of your own life, of your family's life, of your work life, other relationships, other things that you've got going on in this world. I'd love to know how you are applying anything that you hear here on Choose to rise up out of your current situation and live your best life. John Maxwell is one of my absolute favorites. If you don't listen to Quote of the Day, another podcast, actually by Sean Croxton, I highly recommend that you do that. He also has great speakers on there and great people, like John Maxwell was the one today, which has inspired me to look up some other John Maxwell things to share with you. And I hope that you have a wonderful day today, and that you're finding that you can lead other people and you can grow yourself, and in turn growing other people and giving that gift. Because when you can help somebody else learn and grow, that only helps you learn and continue to grow as well. So I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday and have a great time. I hope you hit like, I hope you hit share, I hope you tell somebody else about Public House Media and Choose to Rise, and come join me tomorrow, Thursday, on my page, Choose to Rise Up, and I will see you there for more uplifting content and talking more about confidence and living your best life. So have a great day, everyone, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.